Yo, yo, yo. What is up? What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I know, dude. I couldn't find my coffee coaster. I couldn't find my coffee coaster, man. Dude, I cleaned my entire PC area yesterday, and yo, I even got some pictures of my I didn't get them, dude. I was working all night last night. I got the entire PC area cleaned up. I couldn't remember where I put my coaster at for my coffee cup, dude. So I'm like running around trying to find my coaster while you guys are waiting on me. Sorry, man. Yeah, dude, I've even got pictures. Look, man, if you've not cleaned your keyboard in a while, clean your keyboard, okay? Lots of extra water cleanliness. Yeah. Now you just fill up your bathtub with above 90% isopropyl alcohol, and you just dunk it all in there. And then hang it out to dry. Don't do that. Don't do that. It actually might be fine, but it might not be fine too. Don't do that. But yeah, I cleaned up everything yesterday, man. You got everything ready for the put it in the washing machine. yeah. And then to dry it, just throw it in the dryer on a low, a nice gentle tumble. You know, a nice gentle tumble dry. Monitors and all, everything will be fine. Yeah, no doubt. So the entire area is cleaned up, dude. It needed it, and literally popped off 2/3 of my keyboard keys yesterday, and cleaned out the entire keyboard with Q-tips and alcohol and everything. Look, I've got pictures of the before and after of my keyboard. My keyboard's white. I didn't used to clean my keyboard nearly as often as I do now. I really, highly advise people get a white keyboard. Get a white keyboard so you can see how gross you are. yeah, Pinky, yeah. Sorry, a little bit late this morning, but I think we're all ready to rock for some Breath of the Wild today, which ought to be really, really cool. We've got the news, and then it'll be Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild Day 1. Man, I have never played any of this game, and I'm excited for it. It's supposed to be an amazing game, and we should have a good time with it. We'll probably put a lot of hours into this game. I'm not even sure exactly what... Because this is one of those games where it's times to beat can vary greatly. It's open world. There's a lot of extra stuff you can get done outside of the main quests, from what I understand. Let's see here. How long to beat for Breath of the Wild? We're talking like... Completionist leisure, 335 hours. yeah. So, we got a long playthrough ahead of us, which is fine. That's fine. What we will do though is, this is one of those situations. My kids love playing on the Switch too. So the weekend, we'll probably do some different stuff sometimes, just depending, Yeah, and we'll see what's up. But I don't know, man. I think we're ready to rock. This is the first time for me using my capture card after having it almost a year, by the way. So I think we're all ready to rock. I did a lot of testing last night, make sure we were good to go. Got it all set back up with the Switch, and I think we're ready to rock. So that's going to be the plan. Cool. Let's do it. Let's get over here. Let's get into this video gaming news stuff first, okay? And then we'll see how we can do with this Breath of the Wild stuff. By the way, I actually, for my first time ever, took apart both a left and a right Joy-Con last night. and put them back together. It was pretty wild, Not too intense or anything. Take a look at this. Okay, we're listening to Subnautica this morning. Listening to the Subnautica OST. Cool. Good vibes. A lot of chill music. Some up-tempo stuff too. So if you're digging what you're listening to this morning, this is actually the OST from just the base Subnautica game. It's good stuff. Check it out. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And we will jump into the news. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so I took apart both of I took apart 2 Joy-Cons last night. Dude, those things are tiny inside. Those things are tiny inside. Lot of really, really small ribbon cables and small ribbon cable connectors. It's pretty crazy. But me and my kids sat down and they had been telling me for a while that the joysticks had gotten pretty bad on our Joy-Cons for the Switch. And so I ordered some replacements, and I sat down with my kids last night and showed them how to take apart the Joy-Cons and replace the joysticks on the Joy-Cons and stuff. And it was pretty wild, man. But we're ready to go. We're ready to go. What's up, gamer? And what's up, Pinky? Oh, man. Love that Java. Let's get in this. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. You can see who's hanging out in chat. Yeah. You can see who's hanging out in chat, dude. At least the people that are logged in to their accounts. We got spyware on you, gamer. We put spyware on your app, dude, so we know whenever you're here, man. Yeah, I saw that Syke was in here too. What's up, buddy? Yeah. I don't like to call people out like that, though. I just like to let them announce whenever they're here, whenever they're ready to kind of be like, okay, I'm ready for this, you know? Yeah. I don't call people out. That's what, like, even if I see people are here, I usually won't say anything. I just let them kind of do their thing. Because people aren't always ready to be ousted as like hanging out. NSA level equipment, yeah, dude, and donuts. Well, that's you gotta have the donuts. Yo, Psych, thanks so much, dude, for the gift last night. I appreciate it, buddy. You know what's funny is, so let's talk about this real quick. We were talking yesterday about. In the news segment, we were talking about games that have been in early access for what I would consider to be too long, you know? And Gamer brings up the great point about 7 Days to Die still being in early access. That game's been out for like 7 years. So we're talking about 7 Days to Die yesterday, really briefly, as an example of games on Steam that have been in early access forever, right? And then Sayek wasn't even in the news segment yesterday, and ends up gifting me the game last night. It was so weird, dude. Yeah. We could play 7 Days to Die together. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it was just kind of ironic, you know. It was like it was really funny. Whenever so I was like working on stuff last night, and I saw this notification come in that Syke, and again, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. It's very very generous of you. Had gifted me the game, dude. I've forgotten again, dude. I have so many games that are on my wish list that I forget are even there. I need to go through there and like get rid of some of them for sure. I need to clean out my wish list, but. Uh, Last played in 2020, dude. I bet they probably got some decent content updates since then, maybe. But yeah, I always wanted to check that game out. I never decided to dive into it, and I guess we're kind of gonna have to at this point, yeah. So we'll see what's up with Pinky having it and Sykes got it and I have it now and we'll see. We'll have to get we'll have to get a server set up and get in there and start messing around and see how it feels and see if there are any other community members that want to play maybe. But yeah, I've always been interested in it. I've seen a little bit of the gameplay, and it was just really ironic that that's what we were talking about yesterday. And Gamer brought that game up as an example, and it was a great example too. And then I get the game gifted to me by Syke, man. I started laughing right away. That was pretty funny, man. Right. Yeah, the exclusivity of having a late early access game. Yeah. All right, let's get in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Again, thanks again, Syke. That was very very generous, man. I appreciate it very much. I'm warm this morning. It's warm. I might have to turn my fan on. What's the temperature, dude? Yeah, it's warmed up a bit, I think. Dude, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit right now outside. Insane. Yo, Syke, how the Habs been, dude? Last time I had looked, which was probably about close to a week ago, man, they had been doing some work on some teams, man. I am not seeing very much out the gate this morning. Two games are available today with Game Pass. Take a look at what those are. Okay. The Witcher remake will be an open world reimagining of the original. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Starship Troopers video game announced? What? No way. We've already got that up. We'll go one more page on this search, and then we'll go into our other. What is the best horror video game? That's all going to be like relative to what people have experienced and everything, right? But what would you guys say is the best horror video game? God, I'm done. I'm done. Scorn. God. Give me a break, dude. The Longing? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, gamer, you think Silent Hill? Think Silent Hill? I think a lot of people would probably agree with that. Best horror game of all time, Silent Hill. I think a lot of people would probably agree with that. I haven't ever played Silent Hill, so I can't really attest to that experience. But I know, it's iconic for being a well loved iconic horror video game. Yeah. Same with like some of the Resident Evil games. Like Resident Evil 1, even though it's not necessarily heralded as the best Resident Evil game of the franchise, normally I think a lot of people consider Resident Evil 4 to be like the best Resident Evil game of that franchise. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people do. Resident Evil 1 was, man, I remember the first time I ever saw Resident Evil 1, and I was just like, holy crap, that's scary, dude. You know, those like blocked out pixel characters running around, you know. It was creepy, man. I don't know. Scorn. Yeah, good call, Pinky. Best horror game for how you know, terrible it was. Can we go with that route with it? Steam breaks concurrent player records. Let's take a look at that. Syke, you not having to do train stuff today, dude? Are you chilling today? Oh, sick, dude. Cool. Nice. I bet that's a nice change, dude. You've been traveling a lot here lately, man. Job listings betray Netflix's intentions to build high-profile video games. Yeah, we read about this yesterday. We'll take a quick peek at what the job listings say, but we've already kind of hit on that a bit. Okay. Let's go ahead and see our other search here. Talked about this yesterday. So basically, in contrast to what the Marvel universe has said, DC is stating that they are planning on connecting most of their entertainment content. So whether it be TV shows, movies, video games, these storylines are quite often going to be interconnected in that DC universe, right? Which was just announced. We hit on this yesterday in a bit more in depth. So that if you want a greater look at what James Gunn had to say, we take a look at an article in yesterday's news segment, which is up on YouTube. Okay, but TLDR, that's what you need to know. DC is planning on interconnecting their universe across the board in entertainment, from movies, TV shows, video games. These storylines are going to be interwoven. They're going to connect and everything. As opposed to what Marvel has recently come out and said that their video games are not going to connect to like their TV shows and their movies in their universe, because they don't want, their reasoning behind it was that they didn't want the creative minds behind the video games to be constrained to specific narratives, right? They wanted them to be able to expand the world behind these characters outside of what you might experience in the other forms of entertainment that they're bringing to life in the movies and the TV shows. So we'll see how it plays out, and which one might appear to be a little bit better than the other, if either. I think they both are going to kind of probably have their pros and cons, but that's what we found out so far. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, good, dude, good. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Um, so what I'll say is, I can absolutely understand that. Whenever COVID hit real hard, I was still working in managing a large IT section and everything, and I had a lot of my individuals. I worked for a large organization. a lot of the organization had started going to work from home. We still needed a solid amount of IT on hand, but we got it down to as much work from home stuff as we actually possibly could. And I myself was actually working from the office more than anybody else was, just because from a management point of view, I needed to be there to handle in-house stuff that couldn't be done from home quite often, more often than not. But I did have a lot of my employees working from home, and just the time that I would spend working from home, it was convenient to an extent, but I do think that there's a nice balance there of allowing people to get a certain amount of work done from home and not having to travel all the time, but also being there and getting, because there is a certain amount of work that is, I think, in a lot of different careers and a lot of different industries, good to be able to be in your office and really honed in on, or wherever your place of work is, outside of the home, and get down to business and stuff. I can see that. I've been there. But I'm glad you're getting some variety in there now, man, and not having to just stay home all the time. That's good. Kickstarter canceled the most brutally honest way possible. Oh, no way, dude. Roberts? Is this Chris Roberts? Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want your workplace or your home to feel like a workspace. No way, dude. Your home's supposed to be comfortable. That's supposed to be your spot to relax and chill and yeah, you definitely don't want your home to always to have that vibe to it. Is not good, dude. No way. If this is Chris Roberts, dude, this is talking about Star Citizen. So let's take a look at this. We've talked about Star Citizen a lot, and how it absolutely looks a lot like a scam, and has for quite a while now. Callisto Protocol PS5 size has been revealed. I mean, it's not really the size that matters, right, guys? It's the quality of the gameplay. Yeah, right? That is yeah, no. Wick, what's up, brother? We'll see what this says. Oh, dude. All right. Yeah, we got that up. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday too. The Gran Turismo boss basically has said that they want it to come to PC, but there are hurdles, there are obstacles to get it there, and so right now there's no like definitive date or timeline or actual substantial it's coming yet, right? But there's at least a want there from the creator. We'll see. Punctuation. Sony has a patent to pre-record gameplay videos for what? Real-time player assistance. Let's see what that is. Wick, what's up, buddy? How's Smoothie Land been, dude? Yeah, nice sight. Looks like there's gonna be a new Super Mario Brothers trailer coming this week. I've got to admit, dude, I'm still kind of just turned off by Chris Pratt being the voice of Mario. I'm cool with like everybody else that's voicing in this, but it's weird to me that Chris Pratt is Mario. I don't know. That's a weird cast to me. That's a weird. I don't know. I don't know who else I would have rather done it outside of potentially the individual that I can't think of his name right now. The guy that has always done Mario's voice in the games and stuff. But yeah, Psych. Yeah, dude, I haven't even watched that movie because that's so weird to me. I don't know. It's just that's a weird. The thing that I'll definitely watch Mario because like, dude, I love Jack Black. There are a lot of other great actors, voice actors in there, and I don't necessarily have anything against Chris Pratt. I will say that I enjoyed a lot more of Chris Pratt's stuff when it was more humor based. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was good because it was very funny, but I always liked Chris Pratt in more of his funny roles than the like serious action stuff he's been doing. But I think it's a weird cast for the voice of Mario to me. I just can't. It's hard for me to get over that. Uh, well, hey, look at that. Let's go ahead and just ban that individual. Sick, sick. Everybody say bye. Bye, idiot. See ya. Give me 1 second. Okay, there's a new site I need to put into our band list. Okay. Cool. Oh, hey, Pinky, thanks, buddy. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Yep. Thanks, dude. That's exactly what I was going to try to take care of. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Pinky all over it, dude. Swinging that sword around, man. Be careful, guys. Oh, Pinky swinging that sword, dude. Thanks, buddy. Bro, you were all over that, man. Nice. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah. Yep. Microsoft to offer Sony 10 years of Call of Duty. We already kind of talked about this, didn't we? Oh, yeah, this is an update. Let's take a look at this. Was that Mac tag? Value mods. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually just praising you guys to some of my family members. I have family always asking like, "How's the stream going?" And I was just talking about how there a number of you that just like I just with no expectations threw you guys the green sword, and you guys have really just kind of blown me away with the doing so much great work with it. And so if I haven't told you lately, I really do appreciate you guys and what you do. Everybody that's part of this, but you guys that have taken on increased roles and everything just is amazing, and I appreciate it. Okay. Looks like Sonic Frontiers has an update coming too. We'll take a look at that. Oh, there was an F-Zero Switch game that got canceled? Suck. Okay, let's stick with this. Was that Matt Keg? Dude, Matt Keg will hop in here every once in a while. Matt Keg will show back up every great once in a while and be like, hey, what's up? Bounce back out, dude. He's like, hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? And just leave. You know? It's like, what's up, Matt? Monka, It's like every time Matt hops in here, dude, it's like, hey, Matt. Jeez, dude. Microsoft offer Sony 10 years of Call of Duty to close Activision deal. Update. Look, we had already talked about the fact that this the details came out regarding the fact that Microsoft had offered Sony a 10-year extension, because we're still in the middle of like Sony having another 3 years roughly of Call of Duty on contract, right, to be on their platform. So this would extend that out another 10 years, unless it overtook the current contract. But I'm guessing it would extend. But Sony said no, right? Sony said no to this. We already kind of talked about this. And what I've been telling everybody from the get-go is we hadn't gotten any details. We already knew that Microsoft had offered Sony some extensions on the Call of Duty stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Unless Microsoft, and even if, ultimately, Sony doesn't want this deal to happen. They don't want Microsoft to buy Activision Blizzard, right? That's what it comes down to. So, basically, I think the only way that Sony would really consider taking a deal like this is if they knew that this deal was unavoidable and Microsoft was going to throw them a very, very nice deal to get it done. You know, because the entire time so far, they've basically been shutting all these Microsoft offers down because they don't want the deal to happen, right? They go, oh, well, that deal is trash. Microsoft's throwing us trash deals, and it wouldn't matter what Microsoft offered Sony. They're going to keep calling it trash offers because they don't want it to happen, right? Another day, another report or story about Microsoft doing whatever is needed to make sure its purchase of Activision Blizzard is allowed to happen. This time, it's reported that Microsoft is willing to offer some concessions to regulators to get that deal approved, including a deal to keep Activision games on PlayStation consoles for the next decade. As Microsoft continues its determined attempts to consume Activision Blizzard via its massive $69 billion acquisition, it keeps running into pesky governments and regulators. Many of these groups seem to have some issues with one of the biggest tech companies on the planet consuming one of the biggest and oldest video game publishers out there. So Microsoft has been forced to spend most of the last year submitting documents and responses to different courtrooms and regulatory committees around the globe in an effort to see the merger through. Yeah. It seems that Xbox might be willing to cut a deal with Sony over Call of Duty and other Activision games in an attempt to appease European Union regulators. Earlier today, Reuters reported that sources familiar with the deal and companies involved claim that Microsoft will offer a series of concessions to the EU's European Commission, the main one being a 10-year licensing deal with Sony. No specific details were shared by Reuters, but considering how few games Activision publishes these days outside Call of Duty, it seems likely this would keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 years at least. This echoes statements from Xbox boss Phil Spencer that he and the company have no plans to make Call of Duty exclusive. This would formalize that promise for the next decade. Kotaku has reached out to Activision, Sony, and Microsoft about the reported licensing deal. Here's an update, though. This is an update. We already kind of knew this was the case. Here's the update to this. So apparently yesterday, a Microsoft spokesperson commented to Kotaku saying, "We're continuing to work with the European Commission on next steps and to address any valid marketplace concerns. Sony, as the industry leader, says it's worried about Call of Duty, but we've said we are committed to making the same game available on the same day on both Xbox and PlayStation. We want people to have more access to games, not less." I think that's one of the big things that you see from Xbox right now too, right? Is that this is not just something that they're committing to and in order to get this done. This is something they've done for a while, which is in kind of contrast to what you'll see quite often from Sony. Sony is not very nice about releasing any of its proprietary games on any other platform. They're finally starting to get to where they're like, okay, maybe within a year, we'll start releasing our games on PC at this point, but it's taken this long to get there. Whereas, Microsoft is more about, again, they've always had to be more creative. They've always had to stay afloat and be competitive in the market with Sony, especially through making software accessibility really its primary concern and its main source of revenue. Whether you're talking about people accessing the software through platforms such as their cloud gaming or their subscription service, whatever, you'll see how long have they owned Mojang now, right? With Minecraft and everything. But Minecraft is on every single platform, right? And they do that with a lot of different titles. They not all, right? I mean, they obviously have Xbox. Obviously, anything that comes out on Xbox is also PC. But they have their proprietary titles. But they also are more apt to allow software to be across all platforms than Sony ever has been. So this is not all that wild to actually consider that Xbox is legitimately like, yo, we're fine with this. Sony's the one that's got an issue right now. We're playing ball. Sony is not, Sonic Frontiers version 1.10 update announced. We got some patch notes. I don't know if it's pretty short. Sega's recently released Sonic Frontiers has received its first major patch, and it is rolling out on Nintendo Switch in the near future. The update is already available for Sonic Frontiers owners on PS5 and PS4, and includes bug fixes along with user interface improvements, new gameplay optimizations, and stability and performance improvements, which should hopefully help iron out the more significant issues. Patch notes: fixed random crashing bugs, addressed audio-related issues, added UI improvements, added gameplay optimizations, added stability and performance improvements, other minor fixes. Cool. That's what you got. If you've been playing some Sonic Frontiers, there is a patch coming for you to maybe hopefully clean up the game a little bit for you. Canceled F-Zero Switch game would have boasted massive multiplayer, says ex-Nintendo programmer. People have been calling for a new F-Zero game for quite some time. I wonder when this was actually in development. Former Nintendo programmer details his rejected prototype for an F-Zero Switch game with 32-player races and super realistic physics. So it wasn't even in development. It was just a prototype that somebody developed. Nintendo has a number of IPs that it let fall to the wayside over the years, but out of all of them, it's F-Zero that seems to be the most in demand for a revival. Dude, people there are a lot of people that loved F-Zero, and fans have been calling for an F-Zero game from Nintendo for quite some time. At the very least, its fans are the loudest. One even became a shareholder in the company just to ask Nintendo about a new F-Zero game. We read about this earlier in the year. There is a link here to that. If you want to pull that up, I'll throw this in chat so you can take a look in a bit. While Nintendo has insisted that F-Zero isn't a dead franchise, there hasn't been a new game since 2004, with retired series producer Takaya Imamura stating that any new F-Zero would need a grand new idea for it to be made. Other studios have picked up the slack with obvious pastiches like Fast Racing Neo and Redout 2. However, it's been revealed that one such studio pitched a new F-Zero for the Nintendo Switch but was rejected. Knowledge of this F-Zero pitch was first revealed last year, courtesy of, is that Giles? Giles Goddard, a former Nintendo programmer who left the company in 2002 and is currently the CEO of Chuhai Labs. More recently, he shared some more details on precisely what his team's take on F-Zero was like, explaining that it would have featured super realistic physics and massive multiplayer, allowing for up to 16 human and 16 computer players at once. It was super fast, super chaotic, super realistic physics, so it feels like F-Zero, but there's a lot more depth there. It was quite interesting to see what situations you could get the entire race into, he told Did You Know Gaming. You could bump one car, it would bump into two other cars, they would bump into the rest of the pack, and it would cause an entire pileup. So it was just fun playing around and seeing how badly you could screw up the race. It would have also featured the option to create and share your own race courses with friends. That would have been awesome. It would have aimed to run at a smooth 60 frames per second. Yeah. I really want to take a jab right now. Yeah, hey, Warner Brothers. 60 frames per second. Too soon? I don't think they're going to show any of it here. Despite Goddard's history with... get a job. Get a jab. Despite Goddard's history with Nintendo and having worked a working prototype to show, the pitch was rejected. As Goddard explained in a separate interview with Game Explain from last year, Nintendo was both wary of returning to an old IP and felt Goddard's team lacked the manpower needed. We were kind of stuck in a catch-22 working with Nintendo because we'd say to them, we want to do this F-Zero game. Can you give us all this money? Said Goddard. And they'd say, but you don't have enough people. And I'd say, well, if we had the money, we could get the people. Goddard did agree to share footage of the prototype and even uploaded a playable demo for free, but the arrangement fell through due to legal complications. Oh, suck. That sucks. Okay. Let's talk about the game that they're currently working on too, which is Omega 6, a text adventure that features battle scenes and other unique features and stuff. But I'll put this in here if you guys are interested in any of the other content that was in this article, okay? There you go. Yeah, people have been calling for an F-Zero remake for a long time, man. It would have been cool to be able to see what they, like at least a little bit of a video of what that prototype was. That would have been cool. Kickstarter canceled in the most brutally honest way possible. Okay, it's not Chris Roberts, dude. Okay. I thought this was going to be about Star Citizen whenever I first pulled this article up, but Mystery Flesh Pit National Park is a fixed Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. What a name. Is a fiction project by Trevor Roberts, who, having started on Reddit, has for the past few years been posting stories and artwork to his website fleshing out, it actually says that, the tale of a huge creature that is discovered underground in Texas and turned into a tourist attraction. It's a very cool pitch, like some kind of Lovecraftian Jurassic Park, full of absurdity, but also abject horror. And it has slowly been picking up enough fans that it has been covered on sites like USA Today. Given the success of the project and the fact that Roberts has built more of a detailed diorama of a world than a linear story, a video game adaptation must have seemed to a lot of people like a really good idea. So last week, Roberts announced that courtesy of Village Fox Media, a Mystery Flesh Pit video game would be going into development and would be seeking its funding on Kickstarter. Billed as a survival horror video game for PC, it would center around the efforts of a crew tasked with helping the park recover from a disaster. Remember, it's inside a giant beast that kills 750 people. A week later, the Kickstarter, which was very light on demonstrations or detailed information on development, has been binned, with Roberts saying the decision was made after a combination of fan feedback, a fumbled marketing push, internal disputes, and some deep introspection. Specifically, it seems this process of handing off work on the game to other people did not go well, with Roberts since writing, "To those who were looking for a video game, I apologize. Most people do not fully appreciate what a substantial undertaking it is to produce even a modest video game. I have personally and carefully created each and every piece of Mystery Flesh Pit project, but something as large as a video game is wholly beyond my scope as an individual artist. When I am not the only one directly responsible for overseeing its creation, I cannot ensure its quality. After this experience, I can firmly state there will be no endorsed video game adaptations of the Mystery Flesh Pit as long as I am alive. I sincerely hope that by canceling this overly ambitious Kickstarter campaign, I've avoided what could have been a rushed and inferior gaming experience at best and an unmitigated disaster at worst. It is also my hope that my decision to endorse this particular Kickstarter does not harm or hinder the superior work of other credible, talented creators that are and have been working hard behind the scenes to bring you a Mystery Flesh Pit tabletop gaming experience late in 2023. Quote, I have no hard feelings towards the developers, Roberts tells me. It was a mutual decision in the end to cancel it. I think they were a little bit too ambitious. And I had a moment of clarity where I saw the disaster this was going to become for all involved. I think I did the right thing. However, he did roll back slightly on his previous statement. For the record, I've always been and continue to be wholly supportive of fan games. My statement about there not being a Mystery Flesh Pit video game ever was, admittedly, a little overzealous. Fan games are awesome. I just think there are already too many games, movie series that are poorly planned cash grabs by burnout creators, and I'm not about that. Dude, what a great quote. What a great quote. This is somebody that is truly, truly invested in quality of their vision, right? What a great thing to see. Basically, they saw where this was going in the initial development of what this video game was going to be, and they were like, no, this is not it. And shut it down. You know, let's not do it. If it's not going to be right, let's not do it. What a great mindset, you know? It's refreshing to see Robert see the writing on the wall and pull the plug like this now. Yeah, absolutely. And not months or years down the line, having already taken the money, like so many other doomed campaigns have done on the platform. The tabletop adaptation, which, as Robert says, is still coming, should be out early next year. If you guys want to see more about this, it's in chat, okay? Who knows? Maybe we'll get an amazing Mystery Flesh Pit National Park video game at some point in the future. I would say that if there ever does end up being a video game adaptation of this, there is a pretty good chance it will be a quality experience because of what we have found out about the individual, the creative mind behind this story, right? The Callisto Protocol PS5 size has been revealed. Saying it won't take up much space for PS5 again. Callisto Protocol is less than a week away for us. Yeah, what? It's I thought it was the 8th. Is it the 2nd? It is the 2nd. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was the 8th or the 2nd. It is the 2nd. It is coming. Callisto Protocol is less than a week away. We now have a look at the file size for the game, coming from the usual source. Size is one that is surprising to fans. We also have the details of the preload and other details for the title. So here is your look at the Callisto Protocol PS5 size. Why is this so subdued? Download size. Almost 43 gigs. I mean, it's not small, but that's definitely not the same size as a lot of the big games that are coming out nowadays. It's about half. You can preload on November 30th, launch on December 2nd. Worth mentioning that the day one patch for the title is over 27 gigs. Okay. And whether that is adjusted for the title size that we are currently looking at is not yet known, but it's best to free up approximately 60 gigabytes of space for the title if you haven't done so already. Yeah, so to be safe, make sure you've got about 60 gigs, if not maybe a little bit more than that, ready to go. The size of the title is also very surprising considering God of War was a heft 80 gigs on the PS5. So if you already have the Platinum Trophy for that title, you can probably delete it to make space for Callisto if you were done with Kratos' adventures in Norse mythology. Yeah. The last couple of days have been surprising sizes for video games with the 42.7 gigabyte size of Callisto. Remember, there is a big, 25 to 30 gig patch that'll be coming out for the game on launch. So the game itself, by default, is almost 43. You're going to have an additional chunk of gigs that are going to get added to that, though. The 30 gigabyte size of Need for Speed Underground, a lot of video game sizes are becoming smaller and easier for fans to download over shorter periods of time, which is an effort that can be appreciated. Absolutely. As long as what that means is that developers are doing a better job at packing a punch into less storage space, while you're still getting a good amount of gameplay. As long as it does not mean that, the game is small because there's not as much content. That's always a concern. Callisto Protocol is launching on December 2nd with preload for the title beginning on November 30th. Game will be available on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. Cool? Yo, random mode time. Oh, look at the little corgi. Corgi dirt. Nice, Pinky. All right, Sony patents to pre-record gameplay videos for real-time player assistance. If someone played the game in a certain area, then there would be a video content to watch on that area. Sony is a prominent visionary in every industry, and gaming is arguably among the largest. The giant conglomerate has patented various ideas to innovate video games, such as in-game asset generation based on the user's voice, and automatically pausing games by detecting controller motion technology. The latest patent seeks to help the gaming sphere in an unexpected way. We recently bumped into a reticent patent newly published by Sony dubbed Surfacing Pre-Recorded Gameplay Video for In-Game Player Assistance. The proposed method seeks to pre-record gameplay videos through various means. The pre-recorded gameplay video will be suggested to players if they are stuck in a specific part of a video game. In other words, as long as someone has played a particular part of a game and uploaded it online, whether in a live stream or videos, the user will be directed to a tutorial while playing the game if they are stuck. Interesting. I am hoping this would mean that the user will be optionally directed to a tutorial. Users can search through the available videos by using different filters and constraints. Developers will no longer have to create tutorials manually, and players will not require to search online through dozens of large videos to find a specific part where they need help. The proposed method could be implemented in game engines, cloud gaming, and other ways. Sony elaborates on the need for the discussed method, noting how users can share videos, gameplay, and tutorials through videos or live streams. However, such videos do not provide any information regarding what level, chapter, or part of the game is being played. Sony explains that users will have to manually watch and skim through all the available gameplay to find the exact particulars for required assistance. Moreover, even if the user finds a specific part manually, it will still reportedly lack details like the precise coordinates of the location. The patent aims to solve a lot of problems, aiding developers and consumers by automating the tutorial creation process using AI. Sony notes relevant metadata is added to the gameplay broadcast stream, making it possible to intelligently collect the various gameplay videos using knowledge of the gameplay, which chapter, level, coordinates, etc. Using such information, the system can intelligently catalog gameplay videos, create a map, or run through a given level. For example, if the player is having trouble in a certain area of the game, the system can direct the player to videos from the same area of the game which were recorded previously. Nice, Sayek. That's a great one, dude. I love those emotes. In simpler words, the gameplay of all playstyles and paths is recorded for each specific level, coordinate, and area to aid players. The method will be available to provide the exact data the player wants without them having to view the whole stream or a video. The video refers to both the visual and audio-only data per the patent. Obviously, like with any other platform, gameplay videos can be filtered or ranked by keeping various factors in mind: popularity, views, subscribers, authors, relationship to the viewer, in a social networking space or whatever, speed of the playthrough. There will be all kinds of filters. Yeah, I mean, this will be cool for people that want to be guided through a game. Look, it's not. I'm not surprised that this is a technology that's being developed, because with the prominence of open world games, and especially games that don't hold people's hands, that a lot of people like to experience those games, but aren't really all that enthusiastic about getting into those games and getting stuck for hours trying to figure out what you're supposed to do next, potentially, right? So some kind of mechanic or incorporation like that for gaming, where people can just immediately go, I'm stuck. The game pulls up like, this is where you're at. These are where these videos can show you. These videos start right here at the same spot. They're the same build as you. They're on the same quest as you. This is how they get through it. It's that makes sense. It makes sense. So that'll be cool. There are a lot of people that probably won't use it. That's my big thing is, it should be something that is prompted, and I'm fairly positive it will be. It should be something that you're able to tell the game you're in a situation where you're stuck. Team viewer gaming support. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Go on. Step bro game, I'm stuck. Right? Step bro game, I'm stuck. Help step bro game. And step bro comes in and helps. You know what I mean? Get you unstuck. All right, 2 games are available today with Xbox Game Pass. What we got? 2 new titles playable with Xbox Game Pass. Fantastic first-person shooter, Insurgency Sandstorm, and a brand new release in Panic Barn's Soccer Story. 1 second, guys. Don't forget that the Need for Speed Unbound free 10-hour trial is available today for EA Play and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members as well. It's live right now on the Xbox Store. Insurgency Sandstorm. Take a look. I need more coffee. Well, I mean, can we say that, look, I mean, Breath of the Wild's gonna be a long game, right? But, you know, we're gonna have to play 7 Days to Die after, Breath of the Wild. That's the play. Or do we start, yo, Mr. Bat, what's up, dude? Hey, buddy. How you been, man? I've seen your other half a little bit here lately, but it's been a while, buddy. What's up, man?
You good?
So that's Sandstorm, Insurgency Sandstorm, and this is a soccer story, okay? Considering.
Welcome to the world of Soccer Story. Except, well, there's one thing missing. Soccer
You having
has
some
been
curveballs, some life curveballs, dude?
An event that shook soccer fans everywhere.
And no need to elaborate if you don't feel, but if you are, dude, I'm sorry.
Meaning nobody could play soccer again. But all hope is not lost, because a magic soccer ball has found you, our savior of soccer. Stand against Soccer Inc. and unite your fellow players to bring back soccer. You're gonna need some help. You've got your trusty ball.
Oh, dude.
To help you along the way.
Yeah. It just needs to be football and egg-shaped ball. Right.
Due to the spooky soccer team packed full of ghosts. You'll need to convince each team to pick up their
No, I didn't hear, dude.
By solving their soccer-based woes. Then get ready to face them on the pitch.
American egg ball is what it should be. American egg-shaped ball. American oblong.
Keep your eyes open for hidden treasures scattered around the world.
Look at an American oblong ball.
And you never know what trinkets you might find to help you along the way. So, shoot, lob, and pass your ball wherever you think.
What happened, dude?
Or
American fried egg. I love fried eggs, though.
Slide tackle. As well as taking down Soccer Inc., there are plenty of side quests and challenges you can take part in to help out your fellow soccer players and earn some extra rewards. Maybe go fishing and try and find some hidden gems. Compete in biathlon
What?
races.
Where, dude? How did?
Go with your trusty shovel and see what other hidden treasures you can find.
Oh, shut up, dude. What?
The soccer bug has bitten you. Grab up to 3 friends and take part in fun local multiplayer matches. You can host your own tournaments, whether it be at home in Soccer Town.
Oh, bro, off the crossbar. Oh, what a save!
Together or separately, and battle it out to see who really is the savior of soccer.
Oh!
It's clear the world just isn't the same without soccer, so it's time to remind everyone why they love the beautiful game in the first place.
Yikers, dude. Are you okay?
Squads and uncover the devious plans of soccer.
Yeah, dude, look, I mean, there are a lot of chemicals that,
Grab your shin pads and boots.
yeah, good for cleaning and stuff, but mixing them can be very, very, bad. You know what I mean? Because of the, you know, quite often the gases that they release inherently are just not super good anyways. But then when you combine chemicals, it can get pretty nasty. Like cleaning chemical wise and stuff. Yeah. Are you alright, dude? That actually looked pretty cool. Cool little soccer game. But the, excuse me, football game, my bad. Too soon? So both of these games are now available on Xbox Game Pass. Okay, guys. The Witcher remake will be an open world reimagining of the original. I mean, seriously, Mr. Lilbad, dude, I hope you're okay. That sounds like there's some brutal stuff going on, dude. Yeah. That's terrible, man. I'm really sorry. Witcher Remake will be an open world reimagining of the original. Yeah, we knew that, again, if you hadn't heard, the Witcher, original Witcher game is being remade in Unreal Engine 5, right? So now we know it's also going to be an open world game, which is not what it originally was. The upcoming remake of the original Witcher will be an open world game, CD Projekt has confirmed. In a report to investors, the publisher said that the new game is an open world RPG and a modern reimagining of the original. The original Witcher RPG, released in 2007, was divided into a number of large maps, which contained smaller crypt and cave maps, but didn't feature a seamless open world in the sense that The Witcher 3 does. A better comparison would be Dragon Age Origins. We haven't yet heard a ton about CD Projekt's plans for the remake, which was announced in October. Aside from this new description, though, we do note that its development is being led by Fool's Theory, maker of recent RPG 7, the Days Long Gone, under CD Projekt's supervision. If I remember correctly, Fool's Theory is actually led by some ex-CDPR developers, which is why they work closely together. CDPR is also working on a new Witcher trilogy. We knew about that. And some spin-off games, yes. So it makes sense that it would put this remake in the hands of another studio. Okay, well, that's about all there is for that. But, again, as we move forward, I'm sure we'll get more, we'll see more, hear more about what this Witcher 1 remake is going to entail. Cool. Jeez, man. Yo, that's actually brutal, man. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. That's still terrible, but I'm glad it sounds like you're going to be okay. Oh, oh, God. Man, it rains, it pours, huh? Jeebus. Well, um, yeah. Well, you know, you'll be in my thoughts, buddy, for a quick recovery, and hopefully it just means that the whole job situation. Hopefully it just means that there's something better on the horizon for you. You know, yeah. So you definitely seem to be taking it in stride, and glass half full situation. As hard as that one seems to be, but good on you, man. Again, you'll be in my thoughts, dude, and hoping you a speedy recovery. And it's good to see you, man. It's been a while, so really sorry. It sounds like a brutal situation. Starship Troopers video game announced. New Starship Troopers video game is coming to Steam, early access in 2023, titled Extermination. The game is a first-person shooter that pits teams of 12 players against massive bug threats. Game will feature 3 classes for players to choose from: assault, support, and defense. Players will be able to...
That one was on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... Yeah, absolutely Wick's fault. It usually is. It usually is. So just blame Wick, Mr. Lil Bat. We'll get him for you. The game will feature 5 different bug types and a map comprised of 5 different zones. Additional details are slim, but the game is currently only slated for release on PC. Developer Off-World Industries has not discounted the possibility of a console release, however. Currently focused on bringing this game to early access on Steam, so it'll be in early access for 10 years. But you never know what the far-off future holds, right? You guys caught that, right? Yeah, it's good to see you too, buddy. Naturally, the lack of a console release is sure to disappoint some fans of the film. In fact, a different Starship Troopers game released exclusively on PC just a few months ago. What? Terran Command debuted back in June, offering real-time strategy gameplay based on the franchise. Unfortunately, this is twice now console users have been left wanting, but hopefully Off-World Industries really will consider the option at some point in the future. For now, PC fans looking forward to the game can check out an announcement trailer embedded below. Here you go. Let's check this out. Yeah. Psych. Straight to suing. You might be American, psych. Tell me you're American without telling me you're American. You know what I mean? All right, so that's the announcement trailer. Starship Troopers released in theaters back in '97. Yeah. So they do have a Steam page for the game and everything. You can go check out. It's linked here, so I'll put this in chat. Cool. There you go. Steam breaks concurrent player records. Dude, they keep doing this. They keep breaking records, which is appropriate. I mean, there are more and more people. Me and you both, brother. Me and you both, dude. You know, Steam. There are more and more gamers every day in the world, and gaming continues to be more and more popular. So the fact that Steam continues to break records is not really all that surprising. It's a very, very popular platform for PC gaming. So you know, dude. Hey, bro. There are a lot of my pants over this past year. I've gotten thick, dog. There are a lot of my pants, dude. I can't button even if I wanted to. You know, bro. That's what I just be rocking the old stretchy pants all the time anymore. You know what I mean? You get those elastic waistbands, dude. You're good to go. You don't have to worry about buttons. You know what I'm saying? Not even lying. Dude, I couldn't fit into my dress pants anymore to go home for a wedding. I had to buy new dress pants, dude. I got thick, dude. I had to buy new dress pants just to go back in August when I went home to the wedding, dude. Because none of my dress pants fit anymore. I'm not playing, man. Big old thick boy. So what did they Steam, the premier, I think the last time we heard it was like 30 million, but the premier digital gaming platform on PC has broken its concurrent player record with almost 32 million players on the platform all at the same time over the weekend. Interesting. Bro, I got a bit of a caboose, brother. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got a bit of a caboose back there, dog. I never used to. But I've gotten thick, dude. Yeah. I even worked out last night a little bit. I worked out the night before. I worked out last night too. I'm okay with being thick. I want to make sure I've still got a little bit of muscle underneath it too. So I'm trying to get back in shape a little bit. I don't mind being thick. I like being thick, actually. I like being a little bit thick. I'm cool with it. I just want to make sure I got a little bit of muscle in there too somewhere. So I've been working out a little bit again, but I enjoy being a little bit chonky, dude. I feel good like this, so I'm like, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is, dude. As reported by Eurogamer, Steam's analytics show that a new record for concurrent players was set over the weekend with 31,349,780 players on the platform all at once. That's closer to 31 million than it is. It shouldn't round to 32. The numbers include idle players who are logged into Steam and active on the PC, but not playing a game through the platform. But roughly 10 million players were reportedly actively playing Steam games. That's still a lot. Yeah, Steam is the number one gaming storefront on Windows PCs with well over a million accounts and over 120 million active monthly users. What? That's got to be a misprint, right? That's got to be a misprint. The storefront hosts over 50,000 games, with dozens being added every day, from small indie games to high-budget AAA games. Yeah. Uh, yeah. The previous record of just over 30 million was set just last month in October. That's what we had read. And then a record of just under 30 million was set in March. Yeah, this continues to just get broken basically like every few months, if you will, you know? Yo, Mr. Little Bat. Dude. We've talked about, I mean, dude, I was always a really little guy. I was always a really little guy. Um, Dude, I graduated high school at like a $1.20 soaking wet, dude. You know, 6 foot tall, $1.20. Bro, I was running around looking like Jack Skellington. You know what I mean? And you know, even after, I mean, I put on a little bit of. Oh, really? Yo, I'll pull it up and we'll look at it real quick. Do you have a link for it, Syek? If not, I'll find it. I ended up putting on a little bit after high school till I got up to about $1.30, and then I started working out a lot. And I would sit at like a constant about 155. Whenever I started trying to pack on muscle, and dude, I'm talking, I was working out like 6 days a week at this point, and I was consuming somewhere between 4 to 5,000 calories a day. I got up to about 170 to about 175 pounds, but I plateaued, dude. I could not put on any more mass. And dude, there was like no fat on me either. It was so stupid how much I was eating and working out 6 days a week, and just could not gain weight, dude. Oh, it was a Twitch commercial? Oh, okay. Quit cigarettes, you'll gain weight. It's possible. Cigarettes are traditionally an appetite suppressant. A lot of it, dude, just has to do with metabolism and stuff, though. A lot of it's just metabolism. As I've gotten a little bit older, I can tell my metabolism has slowed down a little bit, and I've thickened up, dude. Over about the past year to 2 years, I can tell my metabolism has finally slowed down a little bit, and because that was always me, dude. I always wanted to be that. That was always me, dude. I was the same way. I always wanted to be up around, because I'm like 6 foot tall, right at 6 foot tall. I always wanted to be ideal weight about 180, 185 pounds. And I never could hit it, dude. I tried everything and couldn't hit it. Not even close, really. You know, like I said, I was pounding an absolutely absurd amount of calories and eating healthy calories, lots of protein and things like that. And clean eating, dude. No processed foods or anything, and just couldn't pack it on, dude. Everybody's body's different, metabolism's different, things like that. But you might hit a point, dude, where your metabolism finally slows down a little bit. Mine did. Mine finally slowed down, man, and I was able to pack it on. I've put on a good amount of weight over the past year and a half, dude. But it's I feel healthy in it. I think that's the big thing. Is like, you know, a lot of people have looked at me and gone, "Man, you thickened up." You know, I'm like, "Yeah," but I feel good. I think that's the difference. I can tell that I need to be working out a little bit to maintain some strength and stuff like that, which is why I'm trying to get back into it right now. But I've definitely hit my ideal weight from back in the day. No doubt about it. So it could happen, dude. It could happen. And it'll just, your metabolism will just all of a sudden be like, all right, cool, man. It's time to chill out. You know? I never thought it would happen to me. I never did because it took so flipping long, dude. So long. But it did, man. It happened. So you never know, man. Okay, well that was basically it. And look, I mean, for the records for Steam, they're saying 30, almost 32 million. Really, dude, it was just over 31 million. Right? Not even 31 and a half. But it's still substantial. And this is almost 1.5 million more players on the platform than there were back in October. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I would say probably at the sometime between now and the end of the first quarter of the coming year, this will be broken again. So we'll see. Yo, Psych, I'll look it up, dude. I'll look it up. We'll see. We'll watch it real quick. We'll watch it real quick after this article, okay? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. What was it? What's the new expansion? What's the new expansion, dude? Is it Dragonflight? Is this it? Hold on, man. Let's go to YouTube. Jeez. Launch gameplay trailer for Dragonflight. Maybe this one. I'm not even playing. We're gonna watch this one. I don't want to bring up World of Warcraft's flipping YouTube page. So we'll watch it on GameSpots and we'll take a look and see what this is all about. But let's read this first. Talking to my doc, lungs back in order. Work on back and weight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, that's first and foremost, dude. Obviously, I think your lungs are a bit jacked right now, right? So, you gotta get your lungs healthy before you can worry about anything else. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Job listings betray Netflix's intentions to build high-profile video games. We saw yesterday. If you want an in-depth look, it was announced yesterday, it was recently announced, and we covered yesterday in yesterday's news segment the fact that Netflix is currently working on a AAA game. Okay, so far it's just been mobile titles for them. Really, they have some titles that are renowned, like Into the Breach, that are on their mobile platform. Oxenfree, that are multi-platform kind of titles, but are ultimately on their mobile platform. And this is going to be a big test for them. We talked about it in depth yesterday. Look at yesterday's news segment; it's on there. But a mere dozen of ads on a job listing website can tell you a lot, especially if the company doing the hiring is Netflix. If it's looking for talents in high-profile video game industry. A game director is needed to work on a brand new AAA PC game. Yeah, we already knew they came out and said this. Netflix says in the listing and adds that the selected candidate will have to develop the world characters narrative that are worthy of a Netflix film and TV series, or film/TV series. Also, they are looking for an art director, technical director, lead artist, lead engineer, a bunch of other people who will be working on it in the new Netflix game studio. Yeah, we hit on a lot of this yesterday, but this is just talking about a lot of the job listings that have come up in regards to this AAA title that they've already announced is their next big venture for their gaming division, right? So we'll see what comes of it. There's nothing really to talk about there, to be honest. we'll see what we don't even know exactly what they're making yet. That's just, hey, there's job listings for this AAA game that they've already announced they're working on. That's it. Let's watch this. This will be the last. This will be all we've got for the news today. We'll watch this Dragon. What is this? Dragonflight launch cinematic trailer for World of Warcraft. We'll see what this looks like, and then we're going to work our way into day one of Breath of the Wild. Cool. If anybody has anything else that you want to bring up regarding video gaming news, then let me know in chat, and we'll address it before we move on to the gameplay for today. Okay? Oh, that's sick, Mr. Little Bat. Nice, dude. Nice. Good for them, dude. Congratulations to them. That's awesome, man. Most people grind for way too long. The majority of their lives, dude, grind away. Don't get to enjoy the majority of what life has to offer, dude. Just grind, grind, grind. So, I'm glad they got to retire, man. Made Troll too pretty. This was the How to Tame Your Dragon avatar. Yeah. Look, man, nobody can deny the fact that Blizzard is really, really good at cinematics, man. They always have been. Yeah, we did it! Cool! Yeah, the trailer graphics. That's what I was going to say. Like, dude, they've always been great. Blizzard's always been so good at cinematic. What's funny though is like, this is the cinematic trailer. This is the trailer they give you for the expansion. Then go look at the game in game. You know what? It looks nothing like that. It looks about as far from that as you can get. There's another trailer that looks nice. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah. But there you go. I mean, that's what Blizzard does for you. I mean, look. I mean, World of Warcraft is an old game at this point. You know, so, but it's funny. You know. Yeah, I probably won't watch it, but. Yeah, we already watched that one, so. Is that just another... It's with Stone Giants? Cool. Yeah, I mean, we already watched one, so I won't watch another one. But thanks for linking it in chat for anybody that wants to watch it, another one. That's cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, we watched one, so that's cool. It was good. It was very good. It looked cool. You're not wrong. It did look very... Look, man, I think I've seen so many games, movies, shows, stuff like that remind me of what is it? How to Train Your Dragon? Or How to Tame Your Dragon? Whatever the name of that movie and show was, which is a very cool series of shows and movies. But I've seen a lot of mimicking of that art style And that it did look very similar to that. It really did. Um, it looks cool, man. I'm sure there are a lot of WoW fans that are really jacked up about it, and hopefully it's good for them, dude. WoW is a different kind of thing, dude. That game is wow, wow. I mean, I played it through the first two expansions way back in the day, but I just didn't have the time to keep devoting to it, and never really looked at it as something I wanted to get back into. But I respect the crap out of that game for what it is, and how it's continued to be very successful. It's actually amazing. It's very, very hard for games in general, let alone MMOs, to do that well. It's very iconic, no doubt about it. So that'll do it. That'll do it. We're gonna get into our gameplay. Breath of the Wild, cool. I've been wanting to play this for a very long time, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some. It's gonna be long, guys. It's gonna be a long gameplay. We're talking probably, I would say, somewhere between 300 to 350 hours, depending on, what all we get done. How long it takes to get this kind of stuff done, we'll see. But we'll probably end up taking weekends quite often to play something different, community games, things like that. So we won't get too too stagnant in the Breath of the Wild gameplay, but we're gonna have some fun. Thanks to everybody that is part of this community. You guys are amazing, and thanks to everybody that was part of the news segment today. If anybody out there is checking out this content as a VOD on YouTube or Twitch, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of these amazing people whenever we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. Start off all of our streams with video gaming news, okay? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow for November 30th edition of Video Gaming News. And it will be day 2 of Breath of the Wild. Cool?